I'm Miles.
I'm Colton.
I'm Jay.
I'm Dennis.
We are Hey Bombshell, and you are at Popularity.
Now, seeing that your first single is out now, what can you tell us about the full length?
You're right. The single's out today, actually, so you can get it on iTunes now. But the full length will be available like end of August-ish, and we're in the process of recording it right now. It's written and ready to roll. We're really excited about it. It's definitely like being an artist. I think you judge your own music a lot more than regular, other people. But we're really excited about this one.
It's a lot different than like Canadian pop that most people see. We're a boy band with instruments, as we like to call it, pop and roll.
Is there anything that you can tell us yet about it?
Lots of crying about girls, lots of heartbreak, and
we're not supposed to admit it, but
for anyone out there who's heard the single, it's going to be a lot of high energy, fun, young pop music like that. Really, to the stylings of bands like One Direction and stuff, but we kind of put our own spin on it with making it a little more pop, a little more rock. So it's good.
Now, you mentioned that you're more critical of your own music. What about listening to other music, like your favorite band stuff? Do you find that you're more critical? Can you still listen as a fan?
I don't know. Yeah, I guess I can still listen as a fan.
I fangirl over Taylor Swift hard. I know Dennis does.
We're also critical about it too, right? I guess at the same time.
Yeah.
I find it easier to love other people's music more than your own music. I don't know, because you respect what, you know what it's like to be an artist, and you know that it's hard and that there are struggles and that it is really fun at the same time. So when you see someone else doing it and you can, it's easy to grab onto their music and be like, wicked, they're doing it, we're doing it. And yeah, I don't know, I don't really think it's easy to love music, but your own music is under your own spotlight, so, you critique. But I love all kinds of music.
Now, you just finished filming the music video for the single. So, any cool stories from the set?
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah. This one was the first video for us, so we didn't really know what to expect kind of coming into it. We saw the first cut today, actually, and it was really exciting. Like, there was a private jet, and there was
some sick cars.
Yeah, some rare cars and stuff like that.
Bunch of locations.
Awesome locations.
Yeah. So I don't want to give it away, but
I've never been pampered the way I was pampered at that, though. It was like 3 people fixing my outfit, people doing my makeup, and then people touching my hair.
What was the biggest lesson that you took away from filming this video?
Lesson?
Don't worry too much about eating or sleeping when you're doing it.
That's true.
Like, yeah, you look at people, shooting videos and stuff, and you think it's so much fun, which it is, but, it's a lot of... It's, physical. It actually takes a toll on you to have to shoot a video all day, because, when you're doing the shots, over and over again, it's so much fun, but, it just drains you. And then you have, the hot lights, and then the whole crew around you, and then, you have to wait a lot of the time, too. No food, no sleep.
Yeah, what do we do, jump around for 18 hours?
Yeah,
get up at 6 and perform for 18 hours straight in front of the camera.
Not only that, you have to, cart around with all the stuff to, several different locations, and do it all over again for several days in a row. So it's taxing, and it takes a toll on you, but it's so much fun.
What are the most important things that you took away from Discovered that are helping you now?
We were a totally different band when we were on Discovered, and I don't know, we just got some tough love from Greg Norrie, and we took it for what it was worth, and we made it into what it is now. We've matured so much since then.
I think a big thing is that you're never on top, and just keep pushing always and trying. For us, that was I think the big thing was just it brought us back down to earth really quickly, because for a lot of young artists and people who don't know, like us when we were casting the show, you think that much music is kind of the be all end all a little bit, and for us it was, but it wasn't. It was just we had grown up watching the show and stuff, so it was just don't stop working, hard work all the time, because it really does pay off. So.
What do you find to be the hardest part of the creative process?
I think it depends on the day. Really. Some days you sit down to write and it just comes out, it just flows. And some days you really gotta work at it.
Yeah.
It depends on so many factors. It could be what you ate that morning. Could make you write a hit song the next day, because it's really, especially when, like, we're a lot different than a lot of bands in the sense that all of us put in pretty much the same amount of effort writing the songs and the content. It's not just, one or two people. And then, of course, we write with Adam H. from XOX Entertainment. So when you have that many people all trying to write a song, if someone's off or someone's, really gunning, it's like you never know what kind of product you're going to get, and you never know who's going to throw in what this day, and you end up with this different product every time.
What are your hopes for your music?
They're endless. Yeah, we just want to go as far as we can go, I think. Like, we don't want to stop.
Yeah, I think career-wise, just keep growing. And music-wise, just connect with people. A song like, Adele wrote, Someone Like You, that song connected with the masses on such a deep level, with people of every different lifestyle. So something like that, and hopefully our songs can connect with people in that same sort of way. You know what I mean? Like Dennis said, it can make your day or it can break your day depending on the song. For me, that's a big thing, I think. Especially when we're on stage, and you can, it's different when people tell you about it, but when you're performing and there's a mass audience there and you can tell that you've shifted the mood of the entire room within 10 seconds between songs, that's a big thing. You can feel it. It's cool.
Do you see creating music as something that's magical?
It's an interesting word to use, but
Yeah, I didn't get a letter to Hogwarts when I was 11, so I don't know. But
there's nothing that can move people like music. I mean, look at a movie. When you're watching the most intense part of a movie or anything, what's in the background that's making you feel that way? It's the music. Like nothing like melody, nothing like notes will actually make evoke you to get teary-eyed or like really want to party or have fun. It's all about music. I don't think there's like a stronger emotional driving force than music, and that's why it's so much fun to record albums that a bunch of people are going to listen to, and to play shows where you can like Jay said, you can bring the room up, you can bring the room down, you can like make people feel something like it is like magic. At your fingertips, you can manipulate people, but like to the so that they're having fun. So it's really cool.
To you guys personally, as a band, what qualities does a song absolutely have to be a Hey Bombshell song?
Catchy chorus. The chorus has to be
Big-time melody.
Big time melody.
I think we weigh a lot on writing songs that you hear it that one time. You kind of get that feeling. You're like, that's the song. Like, I need to hear it again right now. You know what I mean? As soon as the song ends, you want to hit replay. But at the same time, above and beyond the melody, there's usually a deep message behind each song. Like with our debut single, The Single Life, the line that leads into the chorus is "All that glitters ain't gold," and then it goes, "So tonight I'm gonna party."
Like the day before. Drummers.
Sorry.
I think what he's trying to say is that like often like a lot of people just drop the lyrics like they're nothing, but like we like to put twists in there like that make you think if you really want to pay attention to the lyrics. Not everybody does, but for the people that are going to delve in and analyze and pick apart the lyrics, like Single Life is like a totally upbeat like rockin' song, but it really kind of has like kind of more of a somber like you're wanting a girl, but screw it, we're gonna go party, and that's why it's upbeat. But there's all sorts of messages that we like to put in our song. In the album we're going to be releasing in around August, there's tons of twists and turns in our lyrics and all sorts of messages that are hidden in there. With you look at the title of a song and you might, by the end of listening to it, you might have had no idea that that's what the song is about. So there's going to be lots of twists and turns and cool lyrics and cool melody.
Where does the song start?
Where does the song start?
Where does it start? As when we're writing it?
Yeah.
Usually kind of starts with like one idea, maybe one line,
Even a
and
title.
yeah. It usually
I
comes
think
out
it's
of like
it's kind of like for us usually I think it's like a title that comes from a personal experience most of the time. Like Single Life same thing, and then our next single I think maybe called BFF, and like Dennis said, the title does not align with what the actual song, what the meaning is behind the song, but it all starts with the title usually.
Yeah, how many times have we said that? Like, somebody's saying a story or telling us, like, you know, an anecdote about something they did or whatever, and someone goes, "Oh my God, that'd be a wicked title for a song." You know, someone's telling a story about what they did last night even, and then, like, "Oh my God, that's a wicked title for a song." And then we look at the title just look at those buzzwords or look at that phrase and see what it means to us. See what stories that phrase might have for all of us. We're all pitching and we're all throwing in, like, "Oh my God," and that's when, you know, you can find an ideology or like just a buzzword or a phrase or a title that resonates with all of us and we all have stories with. Then we all hop in, we all write a song, and it just rolls like really fast.
Do you feel like you're continually getting better?
Totally.
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, looking back at us, like when we first started, it's a completely different band, like I said before.
Well, we wrote like the first year we were a band, and like when we were on Discover and everything, Greg Norrie gave us a really hard time about it. We were a band for like a year, and we wrote like 10 or 12 songs in that year, and now we write like 10 or 12 songs a week. So,
Yeah.
so like that shows you that at least we're way more creative. Well, we're way more open to being creative now. Like if you have an idea, we're not afraid to get it out. We work better as a team now, and it just keeps getting more and more and more fun to write songs.
At this point, what do you fear most?
Bieber.
Yeah,
I'm just kidding.
Bieber
I'm
might
just kidding.
take over.
I'm scared that music will just turn into one guy on a computer. Or, you know, how Tupac, that hologram they had him. Soon that'll
Yeah,
be what.
Yeah, that scares me.
Everybody will be that.
Soon it'll be too expensive to send 4 guys on tour. And
Soon they're just
we'll
gonna lock us in the
completely
studio. They're gonna lock us in the studio and send our holograms.
It costs like $10 million to do that hologram show or whatever.
Oh, I have no idea. I have no idea. They'll
I don't know
find
what it was, but I saw it and I was like,
Imagine.
oh.
I'm just afraid that Disney might purchase us one day. And then we're going to be locked in the basement, only to come out for interviews, and then we'll be back in the basement.
What do you value most about this whole music industry experience?
I know it's so cliche, but our fans right now, and well, not right now, all the time, it's like no matter what, if I pull up my phone or the laptop or whatever, any way that we can connect with our fans, there's always something encouraging there. And if we've walked ourselves in the studio for a couple hours or whatever, or we're, you know, missing family at home and you're feeling lonely, whatever, you can go into our messages and we can look through it, and the fans are always there and they're always supportive, and that's huge for us. Like, it's just a really good feeling to know that you have an army behind your back, always rooting for you, you know?
With your growing success and popularity, how have the expectations and demands that you've placed on yourself changed?
Changes every day. I think the expectations get bigger every day.
We always expected 110 out of each guy, though.
There's all the time it happens where we're like, if we could just accomplish this, we could die happy. I remember when we were like just like jamming in Jay's basement, we were like, oh my God, if we could just get on Discovered or Much Music, we could die happy. I don't even care. I would be finished at my music career. I could just sleep and die happy.
And in the process of doing that, there's been a new goal has been in place like that, you know?
Every time when we accomplish a goal that we were like drooling over like months ago, we're just like, now I want to do that. And then you get there, and then it's just never enough. Like, you're constantly chasing it. But that's why it's fun, because your goals always evolve, like anyone in any career, really.
I think we always think it's about the goal each time, but every time it's about the journey. Just this whole process is a big, long journey, and even in the short amount of time that we've been together, I can look back at, you know, all these things and just smile, because we've had so much fun and we've been able to do so many things. We've been blessed. Just our hard work is paying off, and it feels really good.
Not a whole lot of people get to just travel with their best friends and play music and just have fun like we do.